All right, well, we are back once again to wrap once again on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
yeah.
again, feels impossible.
I know. it is crazy. Sorry, I was distracted. I got some more stickers. Got my
swag.
3D Survivor sticker. Right?
How much did you love that? Outthink, outsketch, outdesign. If you're a fan of Survivor, this sketch today from Don't Miss This Demo General Session this morning was hilarious.
It was very good.
You do run out of
so
space, though, guys. You do run out of space. I have an Awala water bottle, as many of you probably do at home. I have some space right here, but so many stickers that I got here at 3D Experience World. Yeah.
Well, Sean, you did promise yesterday that you were going to bring the water bottle, so I'm glad to see it, the unveiling of the sticker on the water bottle.
Yeah, as we go here, I'm just going to add another sticker in honor of my favorite TV show, 3D Survivor.
That's awesome.
Outthink, outsketch, outdesign.
Right, it's so good.
Whoop.
And
Got it.
I don't know if you saw this morning, but yesterday on this show we said, hey, we talk about our first timers, but have we talked about the second timers? Like, let's talk about the people who came back. And so I did.
Yeah,
I said it's day 2, so let's shout out the second timer. And it was fun.
I love that.
And I thought it was so great because it is, like, I think we honor the people who come the first time. We talk about them a lot.
Yeah.
And then we talk about the people who have been coming for years and years. But it's like, hey, you came back last year and you came back again because you kind of bit the bug. You get the magic. You know what 3D Experience World is. So once you come, I think you continue to come every single year.
Yep, we talked about
a
little
totally.
bit of pre-show today, too.
Totally.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm excited to talk about General Session. I know a lot of you were very excited for General Session. We'll talk more about that. I have some numbers I could even share. You guys love numbers. We love numbers.
We love numbers.
But yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Well, of course, I mean, are we going right to special guest?
Oh, we have to.
You have to. You have to. Get right to it.
Jensen, I'm assuming?
Yes, we're talking about Jensen.
Huang. Yes.
I will say that backstage today, he did put on one of the sparkly cowboy hats.
Hey,
he
how
was
about
game.
that?
He was fun.
That's awesome.
You know, when you see someone so big and famous and just so renowned in their speeches everywhere, their big events, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're like in person.
Yeah, sure.
He was kind of amazing.
That's
he was
cool.
kind of amazing. And I will say,
very relaxed.
what was hilarious when he came out on stage, he said, I am definitely a solid worker.
Yeah.
And it got a huge joke. And we're like, that guy is definitely a dad.
He knows his audience as well.
He knows his audience. He knows his audience.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun. Of course, we could see some video of him up on stage. And what was your biggest takeaway, both of you, for what you saw? I mean, you probably know a lot already of what he stands for, what he says, but what was your biggest takeaway about him today in General Session with Pascal?
I kind of liked how they started it with, like, this isn't a brand new partnership, right? We've been working together for so long. But I kind of liked how it's like, well, Dassault has been a visionary in this area for forever, right? They were talking about the virtual twins and all of that. And it's really just kind of a convergence at this point more than it is, you know, some kind of planned partnership. It just sort of makes sense that it's now at the point where all of this has come to reality, which is amazing. It's super exciting for us.
I think sometimes when you listen to keynotes, you sort of have this crystallization moment, right, of the things that you may have been thinking about but hadn't fully realized or expressed as well as maybe it occurs on the keynote.
Sure.
So one of the things he was talking about was that if you look inside of his email inbox or any of our email inboxes, right, just as an example, you have, a summation of 30 plus years in his case of experience.
Yes.
And so that almost in itself can give you some representation of your knowledge and of who you are. And if you were to take even a combined look at like my prompts over time inside of an AI engine, it can make a companion, right, that can actually help me and understands me and can assist me with my tasks. And the way that he said that I thought was interesting. It isn't like search where it's like, oh, I have a search history. There's no aggregate sort of result of that. I can look back at it and maybe, oh yeah, weird. Back in December 12th, of 2025, I searched for this. I don't even remember that. No. Using these specific systems over time actually becomes more helpful because of what we're actually training it on. So the way that he said it stuck with me.
It's a cumulative effect.
Yes, exactly.
Of you.
Of you.
Is the important part. The cumulative effect of you, not of Googling something, but searching your own emails and saying, what is the cumulative effect of you, of what you have said, of your knowledge base?
Yeah, and over time that makes our companions solid workers.
Yeah, solid work. That's right. Yes. Put that on a T-shirt.
I'm sure it already is.
It probably already is. Makes our. But again, like we said yesterday, I also love to continue to talk about there are companions.
Yep.
Yeah.
That there are companions.
Yes,
I think
there are
that's really, I
companions.
think that's really
Yep.
important.
Yeah, and I think Manish talked about that a little bit too, about that cumulative effect, how you've got all of this tribal knowledge throughout your company, right? That you may or may not be able to access in your own mind, let alone the minds of everybody else that is working alongside you. So you're kind of growing that mass of tribal knowledge that you've got that you can then apply reliably every time.
Well,
it's really cool.
I also loved when Manish said that AI is just a tool in your toolbox,
Yes.
right? It's not replacing you. It's like you are still the driver. You're still the creative. You are the one that's going to be making the future with AI.
Yep.
Right? It's your toolbox.
100%. Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel, and I mentioned it yesterday during the recap. You know, hopefully, being able to see that is our approach. That is our outlook on this right now, right? That to have companions that are working alongside you, making your work better. As a partner that's always there, I hope is of great comfort and gives you great optimism as well as far as capabilities.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing that was really great about General Session today, as always, is having customers up on stage. Having real life customers who are saying, this is how we use Solidworks, this is what we're doing, this is how we apply it to our companies. And so we had 3 great different, and we're going to see some of them right now, I think, on some of our B-roll as well. But one of the things that I love about 3D Experience World is we see these customers up on stage, and we hear about them. It's very exciting, but you're in a huge convention hall. But then in the 3D Experience Playground, you have an opportunity to walk around and see these customers and look and touch and learn real firsthand, literally firsthand, right? When we're talking about some of the things. Then you can say like, oh, great, and you can talk to the CEOs, you can talk to the engineers, you can talk to the users of these products in real time and ask them questions and have a really like impersonal opportunity to meet with them.
Yeah, and the stream had everything, right? The stream, general session overall, just to focus there, whether you're in person or you're watching at home or in your office, the stream today had everything. And I had to say, I brought some metrics, like 1.4 thousand, over 1.4 thousand people watching concurrently today, which shattered records in SolidWorks history. Like, it was by far the most popular stream in SolidWorks history, so I wanted to thank you guys for that. We got special looks at a lot of these customers here at the live desk as well, which was awesome. So being able to see all these innovations up close and in person, and also talking about, and we mentioned this with our partner over at Intel, Jonathan Patton, so he came by, the integration of AI within hardware and actually seeing real examples of that. This isn't something we're talking about 3 or 4 years down the line, something that's being worked on right now, like actual integration. I think it's super cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think you mentioned access, and that's one of the things that I really do love about this conference. It seems like it's almost unparalleled access, right? We obviously have the show here. If you're watching with us online, that's great, but there are a bunch of chairs that we're looking at right here, right? You can sit with us, you can watch us interview people. On stage, right, you can see their keynotes, but like you said, you can walk right down the hallway and you can talk to all of the people who are here. And then of course we've got the Hive and our events. We very intentionally build in networking areas.
That's right.
Places where people can meet. It's a very people-centric event, and it always has been. But I do really love that about this event, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we have meetups and we have mega meetups.
Yeah, I'm going to one tonight.
That's right. That's right. So let's talk a little bit about some of the customers we did see on stage. So I know Psionic was one of them, the Psionic Hand, and Dr. Adil Akhtar, the CEO and founder, was on stage, and also Dale Damasi is here, one of the users. And it's really incredible. I know we're going to show some of this to see, if you weren't with us today, if you didn't see the live stream, you can see now how phenomenal this is. And the ability to have a hand that you can use if you have had an accident, if you're born without a limb, that you really can. It really was incredible to see how they connect it, how they use the nerves as it was really quite remarkable. You could see it the way that it lights up. He was showing all the different mechanics of the hand.
Yeah, it is really fascinating. I got a chance to talk to them at the desk, and he brought his little app system that he was showing on stage, and he blew me away. I didn't even know that he had that with him. He just held it up, and he's like, "Hey, put up your hand." It's crazy how reactive that is.
It's really reactive, and I thought it was interesting. I mean, you can't see on the desk right now, but like I've had an injury to my arm, and it is. We talked about this a bit yesterday. It is very hopeful to say, "Hey, you know what? Like, accidents do happen, things happen to people, but now there is a lot of hope to say, yeah, this might not be how you intended, but guess what? We actually have a hand for you. We're going to give you a hand.
Yeah.
But you can and actually do that.
That demo we just showed with Suchit on stage, that had to be one of the coolest shots that we've ever had of a demo. You know, Suchit actually holding up his fingers and the identification and then sort of replication.
It totally caught me by surprise. It was really cool.
It was really that type of thing. It can make you very emotional.
Sure.
To think about how using engineering, how using Solidworks software to do such good in the world and such good for people is really overwhelming.
Yeah, and it amazes me. Obviously, they work with Dale, and who he uses the arm himself. But it is amazing, you know, thinking about what you were saying with your injury and like people who are in the place where they get injured and then develop the solution.
Right.
Like, your excitement that there is a solution, you know, for those type of injuries. But you know, people like Christian we've got here, and all sorts of people like that you know, have something happen that they need to innovate their way out of and do, and then come and share it and you know, share it with everybody. It's amazing.
I like that, innovate their way out of, and they do.
Yeah.
Right? And another person who found a need and filled it in a kind of fun way is Sparks Hockey, right? So Russell Layton, the founder and CEO, he said, you know, everybody's playing hockey or ice skating, and it's really hard to sharpen those skates. And so he made this amazing machine that is both commercial and consumer. So you're going to find this in the NHL, you're going to find this at different skate rinks around the country, but also if you are a kid who's very into hockey or very into figure skating, you can have this yourself.
Yeah, which is say, I mean, all these different products and solutions, they're all designed with SolidWorks, right? I joked at the desk, that's sort of the lowest common denominator, very important lowest common denominator, by the way, but SolidWorks design. Russell showed using SolidWorks Motion as well. So yeah, real problem solving happening. And I think their video where they show the skate sharpener, we had it at the live desk, it's super portable. It feels like it's like a Cricut or like a, you know, an HP printer, it's like a 2D paper printer. The window is so small, you can have it, it can be, you know, at a rink, you can have it on an entryway table at your house if your kids are doing a lot of skating or ice hockey playing. So yeah, pretty incredible.
I imagine if you're like the one hockey kid of like all your friends, or like the hockey mom or dad, who's like, oh yeah, well we actually, you know, we have the Sparks Hockey skate sharpener at our house. You'd be like the coolest kid, like all the friends would be like, oh, we're going over there to sharpen our skates.
I was telling Russ that my brother-in-law has one, so all my niece and nephews, they were sharpening their skates for me and showing me. It's really cool. And they take it with them when they travel. They just pack it up, take it with them.
That's incredible.
Cool. Yeah, we had other guests at the desk, and of course we saw Westwood Robotics.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Let's talk about Westwood Robotics here. Dr. Zhang, crazy. I told him right after our interview that his ability to be able to explain complicated topics such as robotics and robots actually interrelating with humans, right?
Yes.
In these regular spaces it was unparalleled. So I was so impressed by him.
Yeah, they had Bruce on stage. Of course, Themis also in the playground. So you can have an opportunity to see those as well if you were here in person with us at 3D Experience World. But yeah, he was pretty great. It's pretty great. And I always love, we talk about this a lot, I always love when you're backstage, you get also kind of like casual chat with people is always kind of neat, just to talk about like their excitement about being here and their excitement about sharing their engineering marvels with SolidWorks. People are very excited to share what they can do. There, oh yeah, there we go. We see Bruce right now. Okay, and that Themis waving at us. Pretty neat.
It's quite incredible. Like Jesse, you were talking about the different material selections, and we were talking about just the overall weight of the robot and the portability that he's been able to achieve. Yeah, lots of marvels in terms of these two distinct robots.
It was interesting to hear him talk about too how he kind of used that aesthetic in the design language and all of that to kind of be disarming, right? He was trying to make the robots feel comfortable, which is a cool area of focus, and obviously something that will continue on, I'm sure, as we go into more and more robots appearing in more and more places, and people are interacting with them we're used to seeing robots. We see robots here all the time.
Yeah, right.
But for the general public, maybe not so much.
Yeah, the general public sometimes might be more afraid of like a humanoid robot, or say like, why did you have to make it look like a person? Or like, it's like, where is we're gonna make this look exactly like a person, or like, we know that it's a robot, but we're gonna make it feel comfortable and sort of familiar.
Yeah, and it was interesting to hear that was a focus of his.
Yeah, I like that.
So what are some other areas of general session that you guys really liked?
Well, I mean, we did talk a little bit at the top about Don't Miss This Demo, and it really is a crowd favorite. They really do such a fun job of showing about the latest enhancements to Solidworks, a fun and entertaining and engaging way to do it. I always love when the audience oohs and ahs when they see something new and excited about what's coming next and the next releases of Solidworks. I always think that's very exciting. This year, the Survivor theme, very fun.
Yeah.
But not only are they fun and entertaining, but there's so much joy around it. There's so much joy. You can see the joy of people coming in right now, the joy of people coming into the doors and grabbing their seats. There is a lot of fun and excitement here.
Yeah, we see some certification testing, no doubt some
very important.
hands-on. Yeah, that was a huge focus for a lot of people that came here on Sunday. Avelino, who works on the certification team, is here talking about that. He had a very busy day on Sunday with so many of you. I'm sure if you're rewatching it, if you attended in person, but yeah, very big focus. But you mentioned 3D Survivor. Don't miss this demo, right?
Yeah.
Manish got voted out.
Oh, I was going to say Manish got voted out. I thought that was hilarious.
How about that?
So if you haven't watched it, you got to rewatch the stream because I thought that was, you know, to have the Solidworks CEO voted out of Survivor was a pretty good joke. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, they
It was
really
nice
have
bit.
a cult following going with that.
They really do.
That
They really
program. I was
do.
talking to Brian Zayas earlier.
Yeah.
And he was showing me a picture of the CSWE event last
Yes.
night, and he was showing me a picture of someone dressed as Platform Jones who had taken a picture of Mark
man.
Peterson, who played Platform Jones, if you're not aware. And he was telling him about some of our previous skits, and he was like, "Give me your email. I'll send you some good watching."
Yeah.
So.
Well, because even when I started with this event in 2017, I was so excited to and that year we did America's Next Top Modeler was
Yeah,
the
I remember that
event,
one.
right? Remember that? And it was
good
so fun for me to go back and watch all the years before and be like, this is amazing. This is a lot of fun. I was so proud to be a part of it a couple of years too. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm excited for, and I should say before I start plugging tomorrow, do you guys
Yes.
have any more thoughts to share here?
Well, I mean, I know we're going to run out of time for this, and I know you have a lot to say, but of course, if you're with us at special event night,
Yes.
you're going to the Houston Space Center because there's going to be a party, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, look at this. Look, I have my sticker right
fun.
here.
I show it right there.
Houston, we have a party. There we go.
It's so good.
Yeah, I got
It's
this
so
actually
good.
in the playground. We have, those of you who are 90s kids, I guess like myself, you remember, they had the little coin and the turnstile. You get
Yeah.
the stickers that come out. These are nice die-cut stickers. These are awesome. So I'm very happy to have this, and also very happy to be joining in the special event.
Yeah.
You can't get much cooler as far as an event venue than the NASA Space.
You really can.
You really can't. You really can't. Well, I know you have a lot to say about tomorrow, so we'll let you get to it.
Yeah, we're not done, right? So we
No.
have a stream that I know you all will love tomorrow. So we talked about Don't Miss This Demo, the skit. You see a little bit, you see a good bit of explanation up there as far as the sort of consequential nature of a lot of these features to SolidWorks users. But we're going to be doing a deep dive at the desk with
Nice.
skit team members out of role.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it's just going to be us in our normal technical roles talking about the software. So don't miss that. We'll have Model Mania winner reveals.
Fantastic, yes.
Hopefully some model reviews with some of the winners and finalists here at the desk. Of course, we have day 3 general session,
Yep.
which I know so many of you tune in for. What else, Jesse, am I missing?
Got a technical session coming up.
Got another tech session?
Yeah, we'll be actually recording that tonight because it's on the schedule of the event here, so we'll record it tonight, but you guys will see it tomorrow. Looking forward to that one.
I'm going to go to a Women in Tech panel after this. There's a
Right.
couple of those coming that I'm going to go
Yep.
to. I really enjoy those. I'll probably talk about that a little bit tomorrow as well.
Yep, so remember, go to the SolidWorks YouTube channel, set your notifications right there. You can subscribe. We'll be back around noon Central tomorrow, but once again, set that notification, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.